Okay, I started stream again. Now, the reason why I did so is because I had a smooth brain moment. Somewhere along like the lines of like last stream, I miscounted. So even though I was already at 77, I miscounted because I thought I was still in lesson 11 at 70 exercises down. So after I did two exercises, I turned 70 to 72, but even though I was already in 77, and should have set it to 79. I am a dumbass. But now, yeah, I set it back up. I set it back up here to like the new. I am already at lesson 83. I'll be doing the exercises soon. It's all corrected now. I'm going to put an indicator on which lesson I'm in so far. So just to, you know, just to give a good, whatever. I'm here. So far I just followed the top navigation stuff because yeah, I only followed like the tutorial. I'm gonna put that in my progress. Or was the progress that HTML? July 11th. When we get to Friday. Okay. I'll let it play out in the background. So July is 74. Um, Followed 714. Next top now bar with position fixed. Made the first made the sidebar position. Okay. So after all this, I and then yeah, I followed the same thing for the sidebar in the YouTube.html. Then frick. Hmm. Okay. Fast forward. Okay, my bad. No, not like that. Okay. Okay. Okay, 14C, 14D, 14EF. So it's until 14F. So 14 has six lessons, six exercises, and it will, after six, it will be at 90. Wait, 13 has seven. 7, 7. So I should be at 84. No. Ugh, fuck. Display capture. Project. Okay. I'll turn this to 84. I'm so stupid. I keep losing count. So 7. Yeah, it makes sense because after 12 is 77, and 13 has 7. A, B, C, D, F, G. That's 7. So so it's at 84. After I do 6 of these, I'm gonna be at like 90 over 100. Let's go. Ooh. Let's do the exercises. Okay. Um, let's do right. I'm at 14 right now, right? So icons. Wait. Yeah, I'm at 14. Yeah, CSS position, YouTube.html, and I have a sidebar. Now, let's go to it is time to make a 14a exercise HTML. And then do this. Give it a title of bottom right. I'm gonna give it a div with a with some text saying, okay, good practice means I put any amount of text in a paragraph tag, bottom right. For these exercises, set the body height to 3000 pixels so you can scroll. Okay, so in style tag, body height is 2000 px. And then div class box. Dot box. And then background color is black, and then color white. So let's go here, back, refresh. Now 14a is here, bottom right. Um, inline heck. Oh wait, display. Display is in line block. Right, inline block. That'll make it collapse to itself. Um, for P, we make so that margin top 0 and margin bottom is 0. There. An element that sticks to the page when scrolling. So let's put position fixed, position fixed, and then what else do I do? Huh. I'm gonna put 84. I mean, at this point, there's not really a point in changing the stream title. Then, but I don't care. That's what's on the screen. Uh, wait, let me just check something. Hmm. 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 Okay, let me check my Stream. I was gonna check something. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now that I'm here, I want it to be 20 pixels from the bottom and in from the right. Okay, bottom 20 pixels. Right is 20 pixels. And if I save that, it stays there, right here. No matter how much I scroll, no matter how much I resize, it will stay 20 pixels from the bottom and 20 pixels from the right. Done. I am done with 14A. Let's give that a +1. So now I'm at 85. We're aiming for 90 now. Okay, wait, then go back. 14, 14B is, okay, 14B. What do we call this? Sidebar. HTML, and then make another here. Call it right sidebar. Right sidebar. I guess I don't have to make it a paragraph since this is really just like a right sidebar, and then class sidebar. I like practicing this because it's a good habit. So sidebar is dot sidebar, and then top background color green, color is white, width, width, top 0, right 0, bottom 0. I forgot to put position fixed. Position fixed, and then after fixed, it's like width, and then I'll give it 100 pixels. And if I do that, and I navigate my, okay, no, not that one. Sidebar.html. There we go. It's a right sidebar. Okay. And then 14C is an element that covers the entire page. Forestry black. I'll call it black. .html. And then I'll title it black. Call it a div. Call it black class, black box. I'm gonna go style. Dot black slash box is, how do you say this? Background color is black. Position is fixed. And then top 0. Top is 0. Right is 0. Bottom is 0. And then left is 0. I'm following the clockwise thingy. Okay, navigate over here, refresh, and there's 14C black. Yeah, it's just the whole thing. It's just covered. Then 14D has a modal. Okay, let's go 14. Okay, I'm gonna collapse that and collapse that. 14C position. 14D modal.html. Do this, do this, do this. Modal, and then okay. Okay, from 14B, I'll be copying your she's. Okay, modal. Create an element that covers the entire plane with background color. This is called an overlay. Okay, okay, so div, class, overlay, overlay, and then I'm gonna put that overlay is um position fixed. I'm gonna go top top 0, right 0, bottom 0, and then left is 0, and then background color is RGBA. Okay, that has a transparency value. That's gonna be black. So 0, 0, 0 with a 0.8 transparency. And then I add a div inside and create a modal. I would like to make it like centered. So let me navigate over here. So now it's like there's like a gray overlay of it. Is it that dark? Oh yeah, it is that dark. And then this is a modal. Then I'm gonna make a div. Actually, let me use the class shorthand dot modal. And over here is a this is a p modal title. P p this is okay. This is a modal. And then button and then close. Okay, I'm gonna make it so that all P again have a font family of Arial, uh, margin, margin top of, what's this? Margin top of 0, 0, and then margin bottom of 0. So if I go over here and I save it, okay, so modal, modal, mm, modal, how do you say this? Modal background color is white there. Um, display inline block there. Padding, let's give it a 10px, 15px standard. Let's give it a border radius of 10 pixels. Give it a border none. And then we have to center it through overlay. So we're gonna do a very overlay. Uh display grid and then grid template columns. Uh 1FR, wait, 3FR, 1FR, 3FR. And then same with grid template, grid template rows. I want you because I want it to take center. Um, how to make element take specific cell in CSS grid. Place how to place element. How to place element meant to, okay, items in grid CSS. Okay. Okay, so grid column start is the second one, and grid row start is also two. So there we go. So in the modal, what the hell? Wait, so if I put a div here, div 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I put 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it'll be at the center. I don't like that. I want to put you in the exact position that I want you to be in. Okay. Oh, we put grid start column and grid start end on the actual child. Okay, no, back, cut, and then I paste. Boom. There we go. I'm gonna write this down. To to put element meant on the center, enter the screen with CSS grid. Oh wait, no, that's not okay because it resizes depending on the size of the page, which is not nice. CSS grid, CSS grid. To put element on the center of the screen with CSS grid, it'll the grid use grid row, grid column slash row start and number. Apply apply to, wait, this doesn't work. Okay, what if I give the modal designated width, a width of 500 px? Okay, it adjusts. How about 200 px? Okay. Apply to child, child being position, should. There. Okay. This modal title does say modal. It doesn't matter even if it's being resized as long as then resizes with screen unless less given a set dimension mention. Will it will it adjust though, like vertically? That's not good either. Okay, let me put this here. Okay, height is the given set dimensions height within height. So let's give it a height of 100 px. There. Now even if it won't resize vertically. That's nice. Okay. So modal title, I will give you a okay style style. I'll give this a what was this? Font weight bold. Is it bigger? Font size 20 px. Margin bottom 10 px. There's some modal. Then oh, style margin bottom also has margin bottom. Um, I'll give you a like okay 10 px. Yeah. Okay. This is positioned and centered via an. I can give you a width of 400 and a height of 200. Never mind. This is good enough. Okay, there's one more. All right. So this is 14D. This is 86. Okay, wait, no. This is so earlier it was 85 because I was at 83. No, 84. I did one. No, I was at 86. Now I'm 87 at 88. Yeah. Okay. 85, 86, 87, 88. I'm done with 14D. Keep the count accurate. Okay. 14E is for and 14F is here. To create the header, feel free to use a different image and name. Create a double sidebar from Discord using a combination of position, fixed, and flexbox. Okay, stick it to the left side of the page. Feel free to use different images. Okay, so I have to recreate the Discord one. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. 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 Okay, I got a little distracted there because I am bored as shit. Ugh. Ugh. What am I doing with my life? Right. HTML and CSS. Let's do this. 14E. Let's go make 14E and then top now. I'm gonna say top now dot HTML, and then we make one, make a new one. We call that top nav over here, and then over here, let's see. Uh, right, man. I know how to sound like a skinwalker. Fuck that shit. Okay. So Oliver Cat over here is N. Okay, this is the top now. I'm gonna give this a class of header, and then in that header, there's going to be, I guess, two divs. Uh, div. Okay, I'm gonna give it a class of profile, and then I'm gonna give this a class of, I don't know how to do this. Buttons. But I gave it a class of butt. It's the little things. Button, and I'll give this a button of Bhutan. Uh, give it a class of add dash friend btn, and I'm gonna add another button, add friend. Sure enough, because I don't have that many friends. This is a message button, so let me message button, and then I'm gonna do message over here. Okay, top nav is over there. And then over here in profile, you have to make an img. Okay, this is a profile picture. And this is the src, which is Okay, source is channel. I'm gonna put like the my channel one because he has like channel pictures, my channel, because this is to honor the guy. And then oh wait, no, shit. And then another key paragraph. We call it Oliver Pat. There we go. So let's go to style here. Dot header is going to be um okay. Background color is white. I'll give you a border bottom of 1px solid gray, and I'm gonna give it a very light gray. Okay, and then yeah, the I'll give this a class of PFP. Class PFP. So for profile pics, so dot PFP. I'm gonna give it a width of 50 pixels, a height of 50 pixels, and 50 pixels, and a border radius of half the width and height, which is 25 pixels. Okay, I think that's good. Um, hmm. All right, where was I? Right, okay, okay. Over here. Let's keep going. One of this. La da 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 la da 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 da. Okay, add friend button is over here. I'll give it a. I'll give this a class. Call it name. Name. Just for the sake of you know good practices. Um, let's give this a dot name as a paragraph, and I'm gonna give you font family of Arial, and then font weight bold, and then I think that's more than enough. Okay, let's see how it looks so far. Let me refresh and then navigate to top nav. This is how it looks like so far. It looks like shit. It's fine. Um, so for header, okay, I'm gonna style the add friend button over here. Add friend BTN, and I am going to add that there. So this has a background color of blue, but not the blue, but not very blue, slightly light blue, slightly light, like that, good enough. Its text color is white. It has a font weight of bold. It has a padding of 10px, 15px, just the usual. It has a border none, as far as I know. And then border radius, we give it a simple, a measly 4 pixels. Why not? And then I think that's good enough for the button over there. And then for the message button, BTN. Yeah, I'm becoming a lot smoother with how I do this. And then I'll copy everything here, change up the styles. I'll make this like a gray, but not very gray. I'll make you slightly less like that. I think that's good. And then your color will be black. And then border none, da 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 da, padding. Okay, let's do this. Top now. It's a little too dark. Let me adjust that a little bit. A little up there. There we go. That's more acceptable. Now we want to make okay buttons. We want to give it class buttons, not button. Okay, so the class buttons. Okay, no, never mind. I don't really need to. The add friend button can just have a margin to the right at I don't know 5 pixels. Yeah, that's good enough. And then for the whole header, we're gonna give it a display flex. And then same with the profile, the class called profile, and we're gonna call that um we're gonna give it a display flex as well. And then for header, we're gonna do justify content space between, so we can space everything in between. And then for PFP, I'm gonna give a actually no, I'll put the margin on the name. So margin left, we're gonna give it like 10 pixels. There we go, that's good. Um, we need, okay, maybe a little smaller. So 40, 40, 40, and then 20. Okay, that's good. And then we can align everything with okay, profile, display, align items, center, so that they are all vertically aligned. There we go. Does that work? I think. Profile pic. Okay, name, I'm going to give you margin top of 0, margin bottom of also 0. Does that change it? Yeah, it definitely changes it. And then header, I'm gonna give a padding to the bottom, like 5 pixels, just to give it a little bit of allowance. There. I think that's good. Good enough. Um, you know, top and bottom is 5px. No, I'll give it like on both sides, both top and bottom. Padding 5px, and then the sides would have 15px. There. Maybe a little bit more. 30. 30. Boom. There we go. Yes. I did that. I am so good. Let me let me up that by 89. And now I'm on my last exercise for yeah. I have to make this double sidebar for the Discord thing. EF. So now I'm at 14. F, I'll call it discord.html. Here, tab, here, tab, call it Discord, Discord over here, body, a double sidebar. So it's like two divs, I think. Yeah, it's two divs. So it has three profile pictures on top of each other, all the same. And then, huh, from Discord using a combination. Feel free to use different images. I could have just done it in the same, how do you say this? I could have just put it in the same web page. So, lmao. That's hilarious. Hmm. Yep. All right, let's see. Uh, Okay, I'm gonna make a div, and then I'm gonna make that like uh, how do you make this? What do you call it? User tab, user dot users tab, users tab. I guess I'll call it that. Dot users tab, and then okay, and then channels. Okay, I'm just gonna call it users, and I'm gonna call this one channels. There. So this one has an image. Okay, I'll just make it a div, and then I'll call it image ing profile pic, and then I'll give it class of profile pic, and this has a class of profile pic box, and then source is going to be channel pictures channel 1, because why not? And then next is, okay, I'm gonna make a style tag over here just to make it easier. This is going to be, oh yeah, div channels. Why do I have a div over here? Why didn't I just make the two of them next to each other? I don't really get it. I'm taking out the divs over here. I'm going to shift tab because I know how to do that now because I looked it up and I could have learned how to do that like 6 years ago, but I decided not to. So class profile pic box and image source channel 1 JPEG. Class channels. So it's just a bunch of divs with their own stuff. Okay. Div. Okay. What do I call this? Okay. You know what? I'll just call it a div. And it has text called info, and then it has like a plus. It has a plus to it. Info, and then, yeah, info plus. I'm gonna put that there. And then the other div is just info. Okay, div, class, like, I don't know. I'm gonna put all P again, font, family, Arial, margin, top, 0, and then margin, bottom, also 0. Do I really plan on speed running this? I mean, I might at some point after I've done a couple of practice, you know, applications. Because after I want to apply everything that I learned from this course and just learn how templates work in Django. So I can just keep making Django apps that make even just the most basic stuff. I don't care if it's like simple. I just want to be able to master how to set up a Django app so I have like a working application and a working localhost app that actually does something. And it has a back end where I can look through the admin page and look through the you know the database. And I can just toggle it, whatever however I want. So yeah, where was I? Shit. Let's okay, the other one's done. Then Discord. Live reload does not in without a heavier body tag. Let me save that then. Okay, let me go live again. Is that not available for you? It's right there, bro. Okay, I'm gonna put three of these. One, two, three. I'm gonna put channel one, two, and three there. and info plus, and I'm gonna uh, that everything is here. So div, okay, p hashtag hashtag new videos. I guess these are all separate divs. Hashtag new videos. Hashtag updates. Dates. And then hashtag frequently asked questions. Okay. So now that I have all of the text and all of this content, let's give them a background color. Okay. So, all right. Yeah, I did want to put them in a. I can just. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't need to put them in a display flex because I can just make them position fixed. So dot users position. Okay, I'm gonna make background color gray, but I'm gonna make it super dark like this. 45, 45, 45. And I'm gonna do the same. Position uh fixed. I'm gonna put top zero, top zero, uh bottom, bottom zero, and then left zero. So top, bottom, and left is zero, but its width will be, I'll give it 60 pixels because why not? Width is 60 pixels, and then what else? I think that's the best for now. Okay, that's what it looks like. Okay, maybe 80 pixels. 80 pixels. All right, it's good. And then for each for the profile picture box, okay, I'm gonna give it a margin top of, let's say 5, no, 10 pixels. I'm gonna make the profile pic box because under it is profile pic box. I'm gonna make you 50, no, 60. Width is 60 px. I'm gonna make the images be width 100%, and then border radius is half the container's width, so 30 px. Let's see how that works out over there. It's good. So uh I want the users thing to be display flex, and then I'm going to make it flex direction column so that I can still align items center. Boom. There. Oh, I didn't, not margin, padding. I'm so stupid. Not margin top, padding top. I want to have some space inside of it at the top. There we go. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more. Like, I don't know, 30. No, too much. 20. That's a lot. That is good enough, I think. Yeah. And then the next one is over here. We're gonna make channels. Dot channels. Make it a lighter gray. Maybe over here. Does that obey what we want? Is that the kind of, is that the, I think that's good. Do we want that? Okay, but from the left, we want to give it a, this one has a width of 80. So we're gonna put 80 pixels from the left. So it's exactly where it should be. What The fuck? Top, bottom, left, 80px. My bad. There we go. And now it is. Okay. Your width will be. How much is it? One, two, three. So let's say you're 3 times 8, 240. 240 pixels. 240 pixels. There. I feel like it's definitely has to be darker, but I don't care. And then div. Um what do you call this? Channel group, chat, class, channel group, not channel group, and it'll make you display flex, uh justify content space between. Okay, now the plus is over there at the side. Um, damn, okay. I need to add, okay, info. I got group, group, title. Okay, I'm gonna, what did why did I type it that way? Class, group, no. Group, title, and then class, add group. I'm just gonna call it that way. Dot group, site, group, title. Okay, damn it. Now group doesn't seem like a good, like a real world word. I mean, fuck. Uh, what's this? White color is what? Color is white. Font weight is bold. What? All right, I misspelled it. Is that is that right? Why does it not look right? I need to like. Okay, this sucks. Um. hmm, Yeah, I'm gonna give up on that. Okay. So what else have I not done yet? Dude, where am I right now? Right, okay. Let's do this. I'm having a hard time for some reason. That's strange. Um, I'm gonna make all paragraphs uh color light light slate gray. No, no. No. Is that right? No, it's not right. This needs to be darker. Uh, channels needs to be darker, like over here. Fuck. Okay, channels, but this has to be even darker. No, that's too dark now. Maybe over here. but this might be too light as well. So maybe over there. Maybe it doesn't take that much to be like too light. Okay, so channels has here. I feel like channels needs a padding. Padding of 10 px, 15 px. Maybe both 30 px. 30. Definitely a add button. Add dot add group. Um, font size 50 px, 20 px. Because it looks like it's supposed to be like font weight bold. And then channel group title. What did it say? Channel group. We've gone align items. Center. I want to at least center them together. Okay. That's the best I can do. I don't really know how to like make it. It's probably like a logo image. And then for channels, um, yeah, new videos. It's like slightly, no, slightly. I'm gonna make this a span, span. It's very trivial, but like, I'm gonna give this a class. I'll just call it pound. And then I'm gonna do this over here, the pound sign. And I'm just gonna add it here at the bottom, dot pound. And I'm gonna do margin, margin, margin right. And gonna put it like 10 px, 8 pixels. There we go. And then for every class channel, I'm gonna give each of these a class called channel. I'm going to add dot channel this margin bottom 10 pixels. Control okay. Channel group margin bottom 10 pixels. What? No, margin bottom. Info, new videos, updates, FAQ. I think it's really just the font size. Um, channel font size. I'll make it like 15 px. 15, 18, 17, 16. There we go. There's something that feels off though about this. Just like don't feel that centered. Or am I just tripping? Anyway, yeah. There it is. I'm done with the Discord one. Uh let me let me go to my stream. Let me turn that into 90. Okay, I am now at 90, and it's not even 6 yet. I have a couple more hours left. So but let's keep going. Yes, I am now at lesson 15. Okay. I'm gonna copy everything I have in 14 so far. So position.html. I'm gonna position absolute and relative. Okay. But I'm gonna take a small break so I can be fully ready to like do the rest of these because after this I just have to watch what he does to finish up the project. It's probably just adding more stuff like like adding more of the thumbnails and the titles, setting up the links so that yeah, it redirects. And after that, I'll probably stay along to like watch a bit more. So, yeah, let me I'll be here for a bit. Yeah. I have been summoned. Okay, I'm back. I just took a short break because I woke up at like 4 a.m. Okay, I'll continue. Where was I? Right. Oh wait, why did I show it over here? Oh no, that's right. Okay. Can we follow this guy? Div. Okay. All right. So I am now at lesson 15. Now, what are you learning? I just like finished up CSS position. Uh yeah, and I basically know how to like position elements like a level above everything else on the HTML page. So it's kind of like what you'd use to, lay out like modals and top navigation bars and sidebars, like something like this, you know? And it's like something that's above everything. So kind of like a pop-up. So I know how to position it. I used like CSS grid to center it on the page and over here as well with like the sidebar over here. Ugh. It's pretty fun though. It's like over here in position.html, yeah. So this is basically what I learned. But right now I'll be skipping on to position absolute and relative. Yeah, I just learned about that a bit ago. It's really cool. Yeah. I'm gonna keep going though. With like wait, where did I change? General CSS. No, yeah, it didn't change. I didn't change anything in still CSS. Okay, I'm gonna make a new folder. And then what's this called? Position absolute relative. 15. Position absolute and relative. Everything is so useful now. Okay. I'm gonna copy all of the folders here, copy it, paste it here, and I'm also going to copy everything in YouTube HTML so far. Whoop. And then collapse this, collapse all of it, make a youtube.html here, .html here. Right, there we go. And then save. Yes. Oh. Hmm. All right. Hmm. Okay, where was I? Right, over here. Let me go here. Refresh. Oh wait, no, to the other ones. So there's going to be a new folder that shows up, position absolute and relative, open HTML, YouTube, HTML, and CSS, and here it is. I just have to uh replace this. Oh shoot, that's the wrong. Whoopsie. I didn't know why that showed up. Okay, it's fine, whatever. Um, at least there wasn't really anything like. Lesson learned. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna edit that part out. After I download the VOD. Okay. How far? How far in am I? Uh. Okay. I started streaming at 4. I'm at 6. So somewhere around like 2 hours. Around the 2 hour mark. 2 hour mark. Okay. So streaming. Okay. Where was I? Okay, here. So this is the example. This is the thing so far. And yeah, right there. So, okay, what's next? Um, hmm. My brain is not braining. Okay. Sidebar, right. Oh, and also have like I have to copy position relative. Why don't I just copy it, actually? I can just Control C, Control V. Why does it say M? What does M mean? Modified. Okay, modified, yeah. Oh, it's changed, not added onto. All right, understandable. So over here, yeah. Hmm. Okay, and sidebar it. And then over here. Wait, where was it? Okay, under sidebar. This okay, this is header, this is sidebar, another div. Div, we're gonna say absolute, and in here it says style, tile, and then we're gonna say position absolute. Okay, time to write down position absolute, and then here position absolute. Awesome, 50 absolute. Okay. Yeah. Wait, where is it? It's beside the div 1 and div 2. It's not inside any div. So background color. Background color is red and color is white. So I will navigate here and I will open position.html. Okay, absolute is there. Okay, it makes sense because we set the the padding for the body like this. So this is actually where the body starts. If I inspect over here and I do this top left thingy, yeah, this is the body, the one in blue. This, yeah, yeah, this thing. It has a padding of this. So this is the inside. This is the content of the body, which is the blue. Okay, now I know that. Absolute. Okay, let's scroll all the way up. I'm scrolled. Ooh, okay, it's above everything. Uh, First observation. I'm writing that down. Shen. It hovers above everything. Everything. Even above elements with position fixed. Semicolon. There we go. So takes takes same values as fixed top, right, right, bottom, left. Underline all of that, and I'm good. Okay, what's next? Left, 10 px. Okay, top, 10 pixels. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Works the same way. Wait, works the same way with fixed, but with one key difference. Now, what that key difference is, let's find out. Oh, okay. Browser window. Okay. Let me write that down. Difference. Fixed, placed in the browser window. So, and absolute equals placed on the page. What does he mean by that? Oh, okay. Page scrolls. The page. Page is the one. Okay, let me force my correction. I want to write this down properly. The one that scrolls. Page is the one that scrolls. Browser window is the one that stays above everything. I know that now. The one who, the one who scrolls. That sounds like a title for like a legendary being or some weird uh stuff. Um. Okay. What else is next? Hmm. Browser. Okay. Okay. So page. Okay. Actually, that's such a good way to visualize it. Browser window is kind of like just a camera view, a fixed camera view. But page, it, it sounds like a title for a legendary room scroller. That's so true. Yeah, that's so okay. Um, best analogy. This is I'm using game dev enough game dev terminology. Page is the world environment. Browser window is the camera view. The more you know. That's actually so cool. Okay. He did it so the top okay, where was the top bar, the header? Okay, he made top like 10 pixels from the top to like show it. So yeah, you can see. Okay, so yeah, the ones in fixed fixes onto what you see, but page persists on where it's supposed to be. Okay. I'm still mind blown how like it just clicked where it's like it's a camera. It's literally just a camera view. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, I'm being excited for something stupid. Let's put that down. Put it back. Okay. No, another one. Uh-huh. Wait, what was the thing? In the top right. Okay. So to put it on the top right, I'm going to make, okay, top is here and I'm gonna make it right. Wait, what? Wait, that's going to stretch it because, okay, he removed the left. Okay, top, he made it 60. 60. Okay, just for experiment's sake, this probably just to see, yeah, it does stretch, but it still follows the page. And I'm gonna remove the one on the left. So if I save it, it's now on the top right, but it follows the page. Okay, we are in good hands. There we go. Wait, so that means if I want to make like a like some sort of camera following uh 2D platformer game using HTML and CSS, I would use fixed for the menu, and it's like a it's a good day outside. Uh, I don't know if that's a genuine comment on the. Okay, yeah, might have gone for a run if it wasn't so hot. True. My cringe ass almost thought that was an Undertale reference. Well, it could have been, yeah. Also, a cool shit. You show up in the chat in the screen down here. It's funny. Alright. Hmm. Yo, how'd you set that up? If you have a Twitch account, you can just go to Streamlabs, log in through Twitch, and just set up your chats widget. And you can just copy the link to a browser source in OBS, and you just drag it. You know, there's a tutorial. There's a tutorial for everything. Don't worry. Mm-hmm. Wait, I wasn't paying attention. What was this? Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. What's that? Okay. So now, yeah, it is sick. I'm sick because I don't get enough sleep. July 10, 2025. Oh, wait, no, it's already 11. It's already Friday. Friday. See, uh, my mental capacity is dwindling so much I can't even keep track of dates. Speaking of which, I forgot to cross out my calendar. Ah, okay. Okay. Position absolute. Wait, this is still position absolute, right? Okay. Um, measurements have to cross down my calendar. A productivity gang. All right. Z index. Position absolute has uh as a Z index. Z index. Index CSS property T to override order of appearance in the HTML. There. So default is Z index 0. Uh so I'm going to what was that? What's this? Sidebar. Okay. Okay. So it shows up above. Absolute shows up above because it's absolute. It's kind of like above the page. But if we set the z index of style to 1, now it shows up behind and it's above everything. I am also above everything. Here's the px. Stop. I actually want to make like an application like that. Okay. 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 Where do we? Okay. When? Okay. So the question now is, when do we use position absolute? No, what is the answer? Uh, the key feature that makes it useful. What is that key feature that makes useful? Okay. What he's gonna do is he makes an absolute element, copy it, put it inside the sidebar below the text. Oh, makes it useful. It's okay. Its location depends on a container as long as the container has position fixed. Position fixed. Okay. Oh, so now there it is. It's relative to the sidebar instead of the page. Understood. Uh-huh. 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 Useful. Useful for okay. Useful for absolute layouting. For absolute layouting of UI elements like buttons. So if I turn this into like an X thing and I make its top 0, and I go over here, it's over there, make it top 0, right also 0, save that. There we go. It's an X button right there. And buttons, then for layouting UI elements like buttons, notifications, and other stuff relative to the container here, while also being above slash outside the layout out of the container. So position absolute provides full freedom to move it anywhere relative to the container. That's fair. But now the question is, what if you put, okay, question, what if you put absolute inside absolute? What if you put absolute inside absolute? Hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's fair. Hmm. Oh, so now is then here comes here comes position relative. Let me box that out. Okay. Hmm. Position relative. Okay. So we're going to make the thing position relative. Position relative. What does that do? No, cancel. I'm going to save the HTML. That doesn't really do anything. Position relative. Yeah. Oh, this is what was missing in my head for so long. I could not get it through my head like 2 years ago. That position absolute depends on position fixed and position relative. And position relative isn't really useful unless you have position absolute. Huh, that's good. That's nice. That's a new thing that I learned. Another new thing that I learned. Copy. Okay. Okay. It can depend on any non-static position. Huh, really? So wait, what are the other options then? So position relative. What are the other positions? Fixed, relative, static. Oh yeah, static and sticky. I remember these. I forgot what these do. I'll look it up later. But yeah, so anything else that is not okay. Oh, so any position that's not set to static. Okay. So static. Okay, understood, understood. All right. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah. I feel like a caveman discovering fire. Okay. So put this back to position relative, then position. Okay. So this is position relative, and then he copied and pasted the div that says absolute, and then he put it here beside under the div, this div. Boom. Then let me tab this. Okay, there we go. So if I save this, it'll show up, and it's right there. So what does he edit? So he edits the right. Yeah. Okay. So here comes position relative. Allows allows child position position absolute to be relative to the container container without needing without having the container be be fixed. Be strictly fixed. Be fixed. Be fixed. And can be scrolled on the page. Okay, we wrote that down. Let's keep experimenting. Absolute is inside position. Okay, okay. Relative, relative causes the whole, child absolute, lute, to display normal. What does he mean by that? So we guess in our final points. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. So you just set a position relative to the thumbnail, and then you just put the time stamp there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, position absolute in the bottom right. So yeah. Okay. Fine. Black. Okay, so right. So bottom is the depth. And then right there. So there we go. So that's how it's going to show up for the HTML stuff. For the timestamps, the time tags of each like thumbnail. This is what I was looking for. This is the one thing that I was looking for. It's like, okay, is there like a full freedom thing where, yeah, it can go anywhere on the page, but still relative to the container? And I just didn't know how to use it properly until now. So now oh, I feel the absolute power and creativity possible from these tools now. Yeah, there's also a notification number over there because you just give it like a border of white and then you just put it above the belt to the top right. Oh, that makes so much sense. Okay. Now we go back to youtube.html. So here. Oh, we also still have to fix up the sidebar. And after, I feel like that's what we're gonna do for like the rest. I actually made the notification thing when I was making the YouTube clone. Hey, let's go with position absolute and relative. Yeah. I'm about to do that too, bro. I'm following in your footsteps. Oop, that sucks. You can try going to like a computer shop, I guess. Just like for the sake of it. Thumbnail. Okay. Thumbnail row. Okay, I'm going back to youtube.html. Let me collapse this first. Okay, 15. I'm in the right HTML. I go back here. Um, right. Video grid, video preview, thumbnail row. That makes sense because here's where the thumbnail is. And this is where the div will be. Okay, that's the absolute element. Hmm. Okay, so a div under image. Okay, okay. I'll put this here. So div, and I'll give it a class of video time, and then what was the thing? Video time. What was that again? Okay, my brain isn't working anymore. I'm very sleep deprived. Okay, 1420. 1420. Yeah, it's a normal div, and it like shows up outside. But if you make the container with relative, and you make the child absolute, you can position it anywhere. I can make a screensaver. Like, you know that thing where it goes from like bounces from corner to corner, and then you're like so frustrated if you want it to like go to like the next corner and it bounces back. I can make that. Oh my gosh, now I know how to. That's so cool. All right. I am determined. I am inspired. I'm going to write that down. Lol, I know, right? Wait, let me just stretch a bit because my back hurts. Oh, I'm gonna finish the YouTube clone so the charges. Da 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 da. Okay, he's gonna go to video.css. Where is the video.css, bro? It's not here. I am going to cry. Position, position, sidebar, YouTube. Let me exit all these. I have too many tabs in my VS Code. Exit, exit. Okay, back here. Where was I? YouTube.html, and then styles is video.css. There we go. Okay. So I am currently at thumbnail, right? I made a thumbnail row and video time. Okay. Okay. That video time record black content. Okay. What was the thing? Okay, color. Class thumbnail row. Position relative. Yeah, and then I put the position here. Position absolute. Yeah. See, relative position relative is just like a placeholder or like a dummy property until you associate it with another property that actually makes it useful. I like these things. They're like very ambiguous, but they're actually like the most useful. Kind of like the span tag, where you could make any style of text you want as long as you put it within a span, and you can configure the space. Really nice. Position. Absolute. There we go. Okay. 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 Bottom zero bottom. Right. Okay, it's right there. Okay, if I okay, reset. Okay, right now it resizes accordingly. Okay. So I will make this okay, margin bottom. Wow, 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 wow. Right. I'm just gonna follow the styles that he does. Okay. I'm just gonna follow his because I'm too lazy uh doing the styling by my own. But I know it's definitely like font family is Roboto. Okay. Right, because it's Roboto. It has like built-in like sizes. So it's like four px, 2px. I'm going to just shorthand it. Top, bottom, left, and right. Why can't I just okay? I'm just gonna make it all 4 pixels. There we go. Okay. So border. There it is. It's there. It's in position relative. It's actually there. I feel like a genius. I'm a web developer. Please hire me. Uh, okay. Um, wait, let me just check my Gmail for a bit. Okay. We don't have another message yet. Let's try. Okay. It's hard. It's fine. It's fine. I'm still like I still have 1 hour down left. Okay, I'm gonna copy the times of all of the other videos. So it's just a matter of copy and pasting and just, image source thumbnails. Okay, there's only like 5 other ones. So let me change that. Eight, that's 822. 822. Next one is like, what's this? 913. 913. Whoops. Next one. Next one is 2209. And then the next one is um, 11, 1117. And then the next one is 1959. Okay, that means that, okay, how many more? Okay, there are six more. I just need to add those. That's not a big problem. Um, okay, there it is. Everyone all has their like timestamps, their time tags. Let's go. Oh, that's a problem. No matter, because you can just set the z index. Okay, okay. Um, okay. June 20. Wait, how far in am I in the lesson? Yeah, okay. Okay, June 11. It's July, you motherfucker. It's been days since I've been writing down June by mistake. It is July, alright? I have to move on. It's July. Yeah, June was a mess, but like it's already July. Well, you can just hear me suffering from my declining mental state because of my lack of sleep. Okay. Okay, what's next is yeah, I have to note down something. Exclamation mark, adding now. Wait. Now apply position relative to YouTube dot HTML time time tags. That's what I'll call them. And then exclamation part, putting putting at position relative to thumbnail mail row makes the thumbnails mails hover over the header when scrolled. Life's good right now. Yeah, what? What's good about life that's going on your side? I don't have any major problems or anything. That's good. Enjoy it while it lasts before the semester starts. I don't know, man. I'm just thankful. Nice. Same. I am glad that I also. I also have the opportunity to just have free time to relax. Yeah. I mean, relax in this context is trying to wrap my head around how CSS works, but that's fun. Hmm. What are stuff that you've been doing to like pass the time? Oh, I had to scroll, and then solution. until hits 6. Damn, at least you are studying, bro. Man, I feel like I'm behind with like prepping for studying. Uh, and then I read novels. Let's go. And oh, oh, header. Oh, man. Although, although it doesn't. It sucks because I could be coding right now. That's so true, man. I hope you get a usable laptop soon, bro. It's not fun not being able to like do something. Although I'll come back with vengeance when I get a laptop. You better, bro. Yeah. I mean, you have you have around 2 weeks before the hackathon, so just try to binge as much as you can with whatever you can like gather information with. Although it does not apply to elements with session static. See, that's fine. 'Cause, like the more you feel like compelled to want to code while you don't have a laptop, the moment you do have a laptop, you're going to like go all in with it. You're going to use all that pressure, that internal like that burning desire to want to like just build something. Okay. Here's here's wait, what? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. If okay, light bulb. This is the one that you mentioned. Anything that isn't static applies applies the stacking based based on the order in the HTML. And then what was that? Below below in HTML means on top on screen. Really? So okay, so solution solution use the Z index. Okay. Which one is that? Okay, the header one itself. So Z index. Oh, okay. 100. Now it's definitely going to be above everything. So if I scroll now, thumbnail goes above the header. But if I apply the z index and I do that, now it's always below. Z index, the thing is always above. Let's go. Uh, yes. Okay. Okay. Class section. It's on the header tag. YouTube header. What's this again? Okay. I'm header. I need a header right now. Header and header. Welcome to my candy store. You can finally prove you're not a loser anymore. Welcome to my candy store. My brain is so baked right now. Oh wait, let me massage my head a little bit. Okay, let's try and find the right Okay, right section of the header, and it's over here. Over here. Inside position relative. Okay, understood. This is the icons notifications. Yeah. Okay. Rep note. Okay. Rep notification. Uh, image with a div, and then you can do the rest. And do the rest. All right. So this is the notifications one. Okay, over here. I'll make a div over there. I will copy this. There. Notifications icon. Good. I'm gonna give it a class. Do I make a class or just an inline style? I'll see what he does. Okay. Container. So you go like the long way and just call everything a container. So div 3. Okay. Notifications count. Okay. I'm just gonna follow what he does. I don't have to see it. Okay, notifications icon. Uh-huh. Notifications icon container. Okay. Dot notifications dot position absolute. top, top zero, right, zero, point, red, point. Okay, now it's there. Okay, okay. All right. Keep going, bro. Okay. Shorthand that shit. Pixels. Wait, how much was it? Um, it was originally 4. It was a little too tall. But if we change it to 6, save it. Now it's a little bit more round. Okay. Okay. Wait, padding right. Change it back again. 5. Bro cannot design. Yeah. Okay. Already at top 0, right 0, but still not enough. How do we get it higher? Can we get much higher? So high. Oh my god. Oh, negative numbers. Okay. Solution. Solution. Negative units. That makes so much sense. To exceed it, you go like negative. So if I look over here, yeah, it's just there, just right. Well, it does has like have a border, a white border. I'll edit later. Hmm. Okay. No, I'm just gonna give it a small border. Border 1px solid white because that bugs me. If it doesn't have even just the slightest. Uh, two, two, please. What? That messes it up? Okay, fine, fine. You don't like that. Um, let's go top three, right six. There. Are you happy now? Wait, actually, that's like almost an exact copy. I'll make the padding of top and bottom though to just one, to make it even less circular. It's even okay. Now it's even okay. That's better. That's better. I'm happy with that. Okay, major skills, major skills of HTML, CSS, all covered. Covered. So, okay. Nested, okay. Nested layouts, do display block slash inline block. 3 is grid. 4 is flexbox. 5 is position. Woo! Let's go. Okay. So lesson 15 has how many lessons? Oh, how many exercises? 15B, 15D, 15E, 15F. Okay, it has six. It has six. So that means it will be at 96. Six. Oh, okay. Holy shit, I learned so much new stuff. I feel like that's why my brain hurts because because of how much new information it's processing. That's great. Ugh. Although I am starting to feel like the physical exhaustion of having to sit upright. I don't know how long I've been streaming actually. Probably like more than 2 hours, more than three. I'll definitely, I'll still try to reach through. Okay, okay. Close button is designed that is the top corner of the page using the absolute. Take the close button exercise 15, put it inside a div, create a 15B, 15B. Find an image of a clothing line, create the design below. You'll need position, absolute, inside it. Relative, set the position within the relative container to display in line block, and then create the design below. Oh, I feel like I need to take a break. Okay, I'll continue at 7:30, and I guess I'll call it a day. After like I do the okay, if I have more time after I do the after I do the exercises, I'm gonna watch the rest of the finish the project thing and more CSS features, and then I'll call it a stream because damn, I am nearing the end. This is so satisfying. I learned so much and I wrote down everything I learned. This is genuinely the first time I actually had so much like I learned something from like start to finish. And I'm happy about it. Okay. That's how I felt with TOP. What does TOP stand for again? Oh, the Odin Project. My bad. Uh, was that the one you were following? Yep. Okay. That's fine. It's good. After this, I'm going to use everything I learned to make some basic layouts for applications. And I'm going to apply those skills to learning how to do templates for the Django framework. Because actually, like in Django, the Python web framework that I've been learning, uses templates and it uses like HTML and basic CSS. So it doesn't really have like a framework on top of it. You just use like raw HTML and CSS. And what you would usually do in JavaScript for the web stuff, you do it in Python. So the logic, the functions, and all that, you technically don't need JavaScript for that because you directly submit the form data through like post and get requests, which is already handled by the Python framework. So yeah, I'm planning on like learning JavaScript a little like I don't know, maybe across the next 6 months, maybe much later. I'm already slightly familiar with it anyway, just not really familiar with like the very specific stuff. JS is gonna be easy for you, bro. Don't worry, it's fine. It's going to be relatively doable, because don't worry, I have programmed in JavaScript before. It's just a matter of actually learning how to do it. Like when I say I've programmed with JavaScript before, I cobbled things together in JavaScript syntax. I didn't watch a tutorial and then make something. I just copy pasted a lot of shit and connected them all together and it started making sense. But and yeah, every now and then I did code something from scratch. Coding a JavaScript function isn't really that different to other programming languages. Um, what else? Hmm. Have I made anything else in JavaScript? Yeah, I like the arrow functions in JavaScript. That's one thing that I remember. I don't know. Yeah, just the different functions you can make in JavaScript is really cool. Yeah. I know there's stuff about like asynchronous functions and all that stuff and like async awaits promises and all that. That's the stuff I dabbled on it by watching a video and trying out the tutorial. Yeah, promise await. But I don't know. It was hard to wrap my head around it as a beginner. So it's really cool for APIs. Yeah. I actually remember setting up an API and like what was that? Yeah, over here. I feel like I can look it up here. It was like a wait, I'll open it here. Let me let me go to like where's my documents? So it's CS and CS and programming, web projects, proto site, RESTful. Okay, this one. I feel like uh this is the thing that I like tried. Wait, CMD um code dot. Okay, yeah, this one. It is a very basic JavaScript API, and I decided to like try how to make it for fun. In like, I made this back in like December because I just followed like a Fireshift tutorial, and that's as far as I did with making like an API from scratch. I have made an API before, but I used the framework. It wasn't really like raw, you know, like raw JavaScript, but it does give me a better context of, how it works. Like get past poach, poach, my bad. Get post patch and delete, which is very fun. It's nice learning how to code stuff from scratch. So yeah, that's that. Let me let me close this. Anyway, yeah. I guess wait, what time is it? Okay, 6 minutes left before I start again. I'm gonna close my eyes for a bit just to rest the brain in my eyes, and I'll drink some water. I'll be back. Let me just. Okay, I'm back. Ugh. Let's do this one by one. Um, okay, projects. Hmm, check my Gmail. Okay, what's this? Here we are. 15A. So that's 15A. 15A close dot HTML. Okay. Doctor. Let me collapse this. Let me put this here. Now we're on. Okay, close. Close. And then it's going to be div. Why is it capital? No, just small. Div. Close button and place the top right corner of the page using position absolute. Okay. I give it a style tag. Give it a class. Wait, a close button. I'll make it a button, like an actual button, and give it an X, and give it a class close dash btn. And over here, dot close close dash btn. Give it a position absolute, and then I'll put it like top top. Let's give it like 10 pixels, and then right, I'll give it 10 pixels there. So I'll also give like a background color of black. Um, give it a color of white. What else? Font family, font family, family Arial, and then font weight. Oh wait, it doesn't have to be bold. Okay, and then top right, and then padding. I'm gonna give it 5 px on all sides. There we go. So go back here, refresh, 15.8 close. All right, I forgot. Border, border, none, border radius, whatever the width is. Let's give it a width of, let it be 25 to that. Okay, it's a little terrible. 50, just 20, 20, 30, 15, 30, 25. There. Is that good enough? That's good enough. Width and height. Width, height. I'll give it 25 px. Give it 25. What's 24? 12. 13. 3px. I'll leave it at that. It's good enough. It's a button. It has, I'll give it a hover, close dash btn, hover, make it background color black, make it slightly lighter, then dot close dash btn dash background color black. So it's back to black when it's active. So save all of that. Okay, you can actually click on it. Okay, now it has that. Post button. Use position. Okay, closed. I don't like how it's not. You know what? Forget that. I'm gonna make it a div. Div. Wait. That close btn. I'm gonna give it an x. Now, now it is 25, 25, 30. I'm gonna give it 30. Gonna give it 30px. Not gonna give it any padding. Padding. I'm gonna put text align center. One gap in my knowledge is animations in CSS. So far from what I know, you just make it like transitions. Like you have a change in CSS and you just put like a transition and just put in like how how long it goes from one transition to another. I'll probably like experiment with that after I'm done with all of this. Okay, why is this not why is this not like working? If this all right, I'll look into more. I'll look into more later. This I hate that it doesn't center. Fine, I'll put like a padding top, padding top, 20px. Wait, no, 5px. But now it has like, and then yeah. But what does it do? Oh wait, never mind. Oh, oh, wait. Let me save that. So if it doesn't look like that, okay, I'll take out the width and height. There. Now I'll be forced to have padding. There. Padding top. Okay, padding 5px. I'll put padding on all four sides. Okay. So padding 5px. We'll have like 10px on the sides. There. Maybe 8. Maybe 9. Is that circular enough? That's circular enough, right? Um, 8.5px. There we go. Now it's circular. Maybe it needs more space. So I will give it a padding of 6. Now I'll make this 9. 9px. Okay. 6px. Okay, maybe 9.5px. There we go. That's much better. And then it does the thing. Okay, pointer. Cursor pointer. There we go. Now it works like a button, even though it's a div, which is super duper wrong. Oh, okay. It you shouldn't use a div as a button because it lets you highlight the what we doing. We are currently at like lesson 15. I just learned how to do position relative, absolute and relative, and I also learned CSS position. So I'm actually at like at the home stretch of the whole course. So now I'm just copying how to do this button, and I have to make this like what do you call this? It's kind of like a placeholder for a video. Um, you also can't tab to that close button. What do you mean? Hmm. Wait, I'll go to the next one. Wait, I'll collapse this one over here. On some website, you can tab around the page. Oh, that's true. So like you could like, oh, that's weird. Yeah, that makes sense. Like when you can't like use your cursor, that makes sense because it's like a layout. Huh. I guess it is right to like make it a button. I'll make it into a button, I guess. Just because that is very bad practice, apparently. Let's go. Button. Also not accessibility friendly, that's true. Yeah. Wait, yeah. Why did I The only reason why I chose to make it a div was because it wasn't layouting properly, but now that it turned it back into a button, it's working properly. Like it looks exactly how I want it to be. The padding, I was just very specific with the padding. Okay, lesson learned. Don't hard code the length and width no matter what. Just always use padding if it has like text in there. Yeah. All right. Yes, I have been corrected to the right path. That is 15A. Let's go to 15B. 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 Uh, this is like a, how do you say this? Video dot HTML. Then can I post links? I mean, if it doesn't like, if it isn't like a download link for malware. Oh, okay. Let me look that up. I'll copy that. Copy current address. Let's see what this is. Oh, oh yeah, this is just a chat. I didn't realize. Oh wait, no, never mind. I copied the link for the chat itself, not the text, not like the web page you sent me. Okay, over here. Lmao. Coding with accessibility in mind. Oh, associate a label with every form control. Oh, so these are like best practices, right? Developers play a key role in digital and accessibility. As soon as you begin writing code, you can do. Huh, this is actually very useful. Ensure that all interactive elements are in keyboard accessible. Oh yeah, this is literally what you just mentioned. Avoid CAPTCHA where possible. Success criteria for developers. Huh, okay. Enable certain instructors access authentication. This is really nice. Thanks for the link, bro. I am going to bookmark this. There is a ton in there. Okay, done. Yeah. Because like I'm learning the basics right now, but I made it like a priority to learn best practices as early as possible. And I'll be real, at this point it's not even like early for me anymore. I'm learning this very late into like my experience in coding. So this is actually very helpful. Thanks a lot. Do you use this in like your work? Oh, okay. I'm at button over here. Okay, video. I'm going to copy paste the whole thing. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I'll make a new one. So here. Then sometimes that's nice. Position fix, stick a div near the bottom right of the page. Okay, that's not really that hard. Um, gray div, and I'm gonna make this a div, and I'm gonna make a use position fix. Okay, it has a width. I'll give this like a class. I'll call this video box, and I'll go style like dot video box, and then there's a gray. This is a width, 320 pixels. This has a height. Okay, does stream keep pausing or is it just me? I don't know. Maybe the byte rate is like uh I don't know. I think it's just me like not talking every now and then. Or maybe it's like from my end. I don't know. My byte rate doesn't seem to like drop frames. Yeah. My OBS says zero. This yeah. 320 px and a height of 180 pixels. Yeah, not, like full pauses, so who knows? Damn, okay. I guess my stream quality is shit. Or maybe the internet is like acting weird. I'll check later when I download the stream. Yeah, it's fine for me, I think. Hey, video bot. Alright, okay. So I'll give it a background color of gray. Let me close. I'll navigate. Why is this zoomed in so much? Okay, the back. Uh, okay, video that should not there over there, and then I'll give this a okay position fix. Okay, which do I give the position fix to? Okay, oh you're right, position fixed, position fixed, and then bottom. I'll give it like 10 pixels. I'll give it to the right at 10 pixels. There we go. Hey, there it is. It's at the bottom right. I followed the instructions. I'll make it 20. Okay. Wait, so I'm two exercises in. I'm gonna change the counter now because I keep forgetting to change it. So 90 plus 2 is 92. Then more likely me just did it there. Who knows? Haha. Hey. Alright. So now I'm here. And then 15C combines both. Okay. And then it has like a time tag over there. Another timestamp in the corner. Okay. 15. Uh, 15 E. What do I call this one? Um, exit. I'm just gonna call it exit. Exit video. HTML. The name doesn't matter. I will copy paste what I have right now, and I will copy paste the other thing. Oh shit! I closed it. I'll make more room here. Video.html. Exit video.html. Let me close you. Let me close you. You don't matter. Okay, maybe you matter. Okay. A is over here. Okay, and the button is over here. I'll put this here. I'll copy the CSS here. And then I'll go over here and then make a button. And then right here, I'm gonna add the box. Oh wait, I added into the video box in there. Okay, so now when I go to exit video.html, it's in there. But what I can do is change its position. So now that video box, I'm going to give video box a position fixed. Okay, position fixed. I can make a position absolute, and then top, I'm gonna make it left instead. Left 10 pixels. And to make it outside, I'm going to make it negative. Negative. Okay, maybe. Oh shit, my bad. Okay, there. All right. That's that's 15C. Oh wait, why did I say 15D? Let me rename that. I'm gonna rename it 15C to D because it's pretty much the same one. 15C to D. This one doesn't exist. Okay, C to D. And then all I have to do is add a timestamp at the bottom. So here is another div, give it a class, time stamp. I didn't even think that's supposed to be called timestamp. Like it's more like a time tag maybe. 29, and then put it here, time stamp, and then background color, black, color, white, give it a font family of Arial, give it padding, gonna use the shorthand. Actually, no, it's only going to need like 4px all around. And then I think that's enough. Oh, wait, no. Position, absolute, absolute. And then bottom is maybe 5 pixels. And then also for the right, 5 pixels. And then save it over here. Boom. There we go. Nice and neat. Actually, I want to make the padding a little smaller. Maybe 3. And then bottom is 4. Oh, and then make it bigger. So 6. And then 6. And there we go. Properly followed, as all things should be. I can make ad pop-ups now and annoy the hell out of people on the internet. Okay, 5D, that's 4. That's 3 and 4. So I'm now at 94 over 100. Does it even end at 100? Who knows? And then 5E. Okay. Find an image of clothing online and create the design below. Understandable. Um, this is just 15E to F because it's more or less the same thing. Um, let me find a polo and go to Google Images. All right, this is the easiest one to save image as. Go back here, position absolute and relative. I don't know. I'll call it shirt. I'll put it in thumbnails. Save. Okay, now I have a shirt. Then I'm gonna make a 15 E to F. 15 E to F shirt.html. Let's go. Uh, shopping for a shirt. The next, here you are. Live reload is not available without a header body tag. Let me save that then. Okay, go back. Shirt. And it's here, shopping for a shirt. Div, hello, save. Okay, it's there. So now, let me call an image over here. Image, alt is shirt. Source is, what was that again? Thumbnails. And then I'll call it shirt.webpage. And then if I save this, yo, it's a nice polo. And I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna give this a class of shirt image. Class shirt dot, okay, shirt image. Now, what do you want me to do with said shirt? I will adjust the container. Okay, class image box. Put the style tag here. Dot image box, and I'm gonna what is this? Image box needs to be like, oh, my brain is lagging again. Okay, set the dimensions. Right. 400 px. Okay, width 400 px. It don't work. Why not? Because I have to set the image to 100% so that it obeys the width of the container. I don't know if that's like the best way to do it or to just directly like adjust the size of the image like directly, but I don't care. Uh, 20% off. Maybe is 400 enough? I'll make it 300. Make it 300. 300. I'll also make its height 300 px because it looks like a square. What? Why it not work? Background color red. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense because it like it covers the whole thing, but it doesn't cover with that. Uh, I was trying to make it into a square. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. Uh, I'll have to set it here, and I'll set the what was it again? The I'm trying to recall it. I don't want to look into my notes. Fuck it, I'll look into my notes. It was something to do with like the display of the image or something. Uh, image somewhere here. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Image source. Object fit. There we go. Object fit. This is the second time I failed to recall that. I don't care. It's fine. This is what notes are for. Object fit, cover, save, and then object dash position is top. There we go. Now it's there. Uh, then I want to add a div, and I want to call it shit. Why did I close it? Um, okay, I'm over here. Damn, it's so weird to think of like I'm all the way here now. To be fair, I've been doing this for like since the start of the month. I probably am like taking too long, but you know, I'd rather take my time. Mm. Wait, it's already like okay, here we go. So here at 20% off, let's call this class discount. And then it says 20% off in full caps. So discount, dot discount, this, okay, font, okay, I'll change that later. Background color is black, then color is white, then padding, let's give it 5 pixels, um, inline, oh wait, display inline block so that it collapses into like its size, and then position absolute uh, top, let's say 20 pixels, and then right 0. Lmao. Okay, what have I done wrong? Image box I forgot to set into position relative. And I am also stupid. Let me background color that to purple to see what's up. Okay, the whole thing is there. What do I do with that? Um, display inline block. There we go. Okay, I just had to inline block the whole container as well. There we go. Then, okay, I'll just make it a font family. Font family, Arial, because that's always the default for anything. Okay, drag it back here, 20% off. And then, now that's the case. Image box is there. And then I need to add like a, actually, I'll make I'll make the height a little bigger. Okay, maybe 350. 350 is good. 50 is not good. 350. There we go. So that we have space to do this like thing, this add to cart thing. So what was it? All right. I need to add one more div, and I'll call it class class. What's this? Purchase box. Purchase box, and it contains a button that has that says add to cart. Add to cart. Okay. Cart box. I'll just say cart box. We'll say it. Class add cart button. BTN. Uh, okay. Cart box is cart box. I'll make that a okay. So top, no. Bottom is 0. Left is 0. Right is 0. And then height is, let's give it like maybe 100 pixels for now. And then I'll set its position to relative. No, absolute. Relative is the position of the parent. Okay. I'll give it a background color of RGBA, and then I'm gonna make it like white. I'm gonna make it, I think it's like 255, right? 255, 255, 255, and then I make its transparency like maybe 0.8. A little too bright, maybe a 0.5. There we go. And then add to cart. Um, I want to center the button. So cart box, I'm gonna turn you into a display grid. I'm gonna make you okay. So and I'm gonna see cart dash btn. So display grid. I'm gonna make your how do I say this? Display grid. Okay, I'll style the button first. Background color. What does it say here? It says add to cart. Actually, for the whole thing, I want to put the wait, that's the image box. Image box. I'm gonna give it a box shadow so that it's a bit more obvious where it is. One, zero, 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 and then wait, no, zero, zero. Let's give it like 3px, and then the RGBA, and then zero, 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 and then 0.15. No, it has that. No, it's a little too small. 5, 8. Okay, I'm happy with that. And then give it a border radius of uh like 10 pixels. Not happy with that. Maybe like 20 pixels. There we go. I'll make the box shadow like even more bigger, like 10. That's good enough. Okay, so now it's currently. I'll take out the display grid first. I don't want to style it too much yet. Okay, I do not like how this div does not go all the way down because of the shadow. I don't care. I'll fix it. I'll fix it later. Okay, add to cart. Let's decide the cart button now. Background color is white. Border is no. Border is 1px solid black. Black. Then padding is 5px. You know what? Top and bottom 10px. Top and bottom 10px. Side to side 50px. There. Does that work? I want it to be okay. So 2px, and I'll make the font weight bold. Font weight, but there we go. Because it's probably not what it was supposed to be. Okay, not bold. I just increase the font size like 20px. 15, 18, 17. 17 is good. Okay. Now it's a matter of centering it. That's where the display grid comes in. Display, uh, and then call it make it grid. And then now I'll make it a grid column, template columns. Make it 2FR, 1FR, 1FR, 2FR. And I'll copy the same over here for grid template rows. And then over here in cart button, grid column start is 2, and grid row start is also in 2. I also need to like set the width of something. Padding width, I'll give it like, how much is that? 100 pixels. 150 pixels. There we go. Grid column start to. What? Why is it not on the bottom? Oh, right, shit, because it has other stuff. No, cart boxes. I don't know. I wait. Oh, my brain is blanking out. Why is this not working? It has three, right? One of far too far. And grid. Oh, wait, I didn't change it to rows. I'm so fucking stupid. Grid row start. There we go. Now it's centered, and now it's over there. Make the thing a little bit more. Okay, that's better. Uh, I feel like I did not need to add a border radius. Border radius just ruins the thing. But then add to cart. I put my bottom in 0 though. Why is there like a gap where it should be? Should I make the height smaller? Height to 320. Okay, it's still there. So what is happening? If I made cart box display none to make it invisible. So that's just how it is, right? Um, does it have a margin bottom? Why is that the case? So image box, image, so object position, top. You know what? Fine. I'll just grid this there. I'm good with that. I'm done. 94, 95, 96. I'm at 96. What time is it? It's already past 8. I don't care. Actually, you know what? Ugh, I'll just call it. I'll call it a stream here. Ugh, I didn't really know it would take that long, but I don't mind. I l- I took my time to make it. There it is. Oh wait, my my perfectionist does not like that it doesn't have a hover and active style. Yeah, very soon. I'm just gonna add the hover for this and background color white and then make it. I'm gonna copy paste that as well. And then it changes back when it's active. Yay, I'm 4 exercises away. Let's go. Yay, I'm so close. Actually, the funny thing is, I don't even know if it ends at 100 because, what's up? The guy only said, like, also late, watch my bad, I got preoccupied. It's all right, no worries. Actually, you know what? I might as well just stream, like, for another hour to, like, just power through the whole thing. I don't mind eating a late breakfast today. Yeah. Just to, like, get everything over with because it might be worth it, because everything the rest is just finishing up the website. Okay. Background color, I'll make this slightly darker. Eat for a bit first. Okay, you know what? That's a good idea. Um, oh yeah, I can just pause the stream and just go back later if that's all right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a break for a bit and I'm gonna go back. Yeah, but I will eat breakfast first. Yeah. I'm gonna finish this TOP course and then yeah, let's go. Ah, okay, where was I? Um, yeah, this thing. All right, I was trying to make the. Okay, does it work now? So if I. Okay, the button works. I'm good. I'm happy. Let's go. I will eat breakfast first. I will pause the stream and I will be right back. Uh, Yeah, next time I'm just gonna make this thing a screensaver and like put a timer like how long I've been off. All right. All right, actually, you know what? I'll end the stream here for a bit. I'll continue tomorrow because I have some other stuff too that I plan to do as well. All right.